The White House has been a popular target for destruction in Hollywood movies for decades, with nearly 50 years of cinematic mayhem. From terrorist attacks to alien invasions, the iconic building has been blown up, burned, and even crushed by natural disasters. But here's where it gets controversial. The real-life White House has also faced its fair share of destruction, from fires to earthquakes. In this article, we explore the 10 most spectacular on-screen demolitions of the White House, from the classic Superman 2 to the more recent Independence Day resurgence. But first, let's take a look at some of the real-life destruction the White House has endured. The real-life White House, a history of destruction. The White House has been a symbol of American democracy and leadership for over 200 years. But it has also faced its fair share of challenges. In 1814, British troops burned down the White House during the War of 1812. In 1898, a fire broke out in the East Wing, causing significant damage. And in 2011, an earthquake in Virginia caused minor damage to the building. The 10 most spectacular on-screen demolitions. 1. Superman 2, 1980. Before Roland Emmerich made a career of flattening the White House, Richard Lester's sequel gave the building its first proper thrashing. General Zod and his Kryptonian sidekicks storm Washington, demolish the interiors, and demand the president kneel before them. 2. Independence Day, 1996. A glowing alien saucer hovers over D.C., unleashes a plasma beam, and vaporizes the White House in a single, jaw-dropping shot. The image became one of the decade's defining marketing visuals and turned Emmerich into Hollywood's chief demolition expert. 3. Mars Attacks. 1996, released the same year as Independence Day, Tim Burton's sci-fi satire turned the same setup into a punchline. Martians descend, destroy the building with a cartoonish death ray, and impale the president, played with manic glee by Jack Nicholson, through the back with a detached mechanical Martian hand during peace negotiations. 4. Left Behind World at War, 2005. In this straight-to-video Christian thriller, the Oval Office is firebombed by the Antichrist's paramilitary goons. Louis Gossett Jr., as President Gerald Fitzhugh, survives the siege and delivers an impassioned final address from the smoldering ruins of the White House. 5. 2012, 2009 imagines the literal end of the world, complete with a mega tsunami that flings an aircraft carrier straight into the White House. By now, destroying the place had become his calling card. 6. Olympus Has Fallen, 2013. Antoine Fuqua stages a die-hard-style siege with Gerard Butler as the lone hero. North Korean commandos attack D.C., crash a cargo plane onto the South Lawn, and reduce the White House to rubble before taking the president hostage. 7. White House Down, 2013. That same summer of 2013 brought Emmerich's competing version of the White House Under Siege story. Channing Tatum plays a D.C. cop who ends up protecting President Jamie Foxx amid explosions, helicopter crashes, and tank fire as a band of militia insurgents tries to overthrow the government. 8. G.I. Joe, Retaliation 2013. In this Hasbro-fueled fever dream, the villainous Cobra infiltrates the Oval Office, replaces the president with an imposter, and redecorates the White House with snake flags. The Joe team eventually storms the Capitol, where the front facade of the White House is obliterated in the climactic battle. 9. X-Men, Days of Future Past, 2014. In this prequel set in 1973, it's Magneto versus Richard Nixon. That's actor Mark Camacho with prosthetic jowls, the anti-mutant president who greenlights an army of killer robots. To stop him, Magneto rips RFK Stadium from its foundations and drops it over the White House. 10. Independence Day, Resurgence, 2016. 20 years later, the aliens return. Bigger, louder, and somehow less satisfying. A scene in which the White House is crushed by the landing strut of the alien mothership was filmed, but ultimately cut from the final release, leaving the building mostly intact this time. The future of the White House in Hollywood movies. The White House has been a popular target for destruction in Hollywood movies for decades, and it shows no signs of slowing down. With the rise of computer-generated imagery and special effects, the possibilities for on-screen demolitions are endless. But as we've seen, the real-life White House has also faced its fair share of destruction, from fires to earthquakes. As we continue to explore the future of the White House in Hollywood movies, it's important to remember the real-life building and its history of resilience. So, the next time you see the White House being blown up or destroyed on the big screen, remember that it's not just a building, but a symbol of American democracy and leadership. And as we continue to explore the future of the White House in Hollywood movies, let's keep in mind the real-life building and its history of resilience. What do you think about the future of the White House in Hollywood movies? Do you think we'll see more on-screen demolitions in the future? Let us know in the comments below.